my colleagues at the Institute, and my friends, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to come here. I have heard of Jawahar Bhavan, but for the first time coming to the Bhavan, though I'm not new to the idea of Jawaharlal himself. I marvel that I always looked at, and I vividly remember once in my childhood I had seen him there in Chhattisgarh. So we visited Munger. So you can imagine how, those days, I'm not sure about contemporary politicians and their impact on my young children, but those days it was definitely remarkable, absolutely. I also remember how during 1962 war, my teacher was very unhappy with Pandit Nehru, for whatever the reasons, and I would also try to find out what had happened. In those days, you see, I was very lucky to have excellent teachers. Jilai School Munger, I remember I was 11-year-old at the war, and my teacher would take me to the local library, Seva Sadan Library, established by Shri Babu, the Chief Minister of Bihar, former Chief Minister. Highly erudite person. Even today, more than 50,000 books are lying there in that library. Unfortunately, there are no readers. Earlier there were readers, now it's all locked, but they are surviving. And you take me and show me on the map where was Bondila lay and so forth. First instruction was geopolitics. These were remarkable teachers. In fact, whatever I am going to share with you, or whatever I have been able to achieve, it's all because of my teachers. They passed on probably the best they had in themselves. I feel sorry for the society, contemporary society, my own people, because as teachers, we fail. I have failed. I admit this. As teachers, as school teachers, as university teachers, whatever. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to share. This book, there are three crucial terms which I have used here. One is memory, the other is self, third society. Trishanku is of course a metaphor I have used. Trishanku was a very pious king, and an ancestor of Lord Rama. Some of my colleagues are very unhappy. They say, why do you call your nation Trishanku? I said, I will call it Ravana nation or a Rama nation.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Even Ravana was a highly erudite person, exceptionally erudite person. But some of my friends have written me several mails, why you call yourself as Trishanku. But anyway, I've used it only as a metaphor. But the point is that it refers to a dilemma where we have been stuck. Not only today, but for millennia. Maybe neither this nor that. For millennia. And we have been struggling. This has been our strength as well as our weakness. But let's think more in terms of the strength, whatever. The three terms which I have used here is memory, self, and society. Where, of course, memory is one of our crucial, probably only attribute which we have in the animal kingdom, a very strong memory, and to which we belong. And self and society, earlier I didn't believe, but later, self and society merges. Self and society merges. They are together. I remember vividly when D.K. Barua described Indira as India, India as Indira, I was very unhappy. But gradually you realize, yes, all the individuals are India. Why not only India? All of us. All of us. It merges. We think all the time. We are conditioned by the society and society is influenced by us. So there is nothing wrong in this merger. Of course, this was a very late realization. So last 7-8 years ago, I decided to draft this. Though I have been a student only of 19th century India, I know a little bit about Victorian India in terms of history of science, history of technology, medicine, environment. I am supposed to popularize, I have done it for the last 4 decades, histories of science, technology, medicine, and environment. But gradually I thought that why not, from my birth till today, particularly to Mr. Modi, why not we share our views as a citizen? After all, even if I am a student of history, I was at the same time. So why not draft it or record it as a halafnama for the posterity? Some kind of a halafnama. There were a couple of things which I kept in my mind. One was that it has to be limited only to 200 pages. I didn't want to write it too. So 70,000 words, and a lot had to be compressed. So in capsule form, which my readers, they are free to expand upon. Almost each paragraph can become another book if they want, if the reader wants each paragraph. Okay. So it is in that sense. And despite being dense, it has to be lucid. So this was the idea. Number two was that the reader should know the historian also, so that he could appreciate his history better. The way we write history, the way we look at politics, the way all this is influenced, if not conditioned, by our upbringing, by our informers, by the way I or a child gathers from the society. That influences. The kind of job we do is influenced. So that has to be reflected. So I thought that I'd begin as a sutradhar and then withdraw. There is not much of I. In the first and second chapter you will have some I, but gradually I withdraw. And then I leave only a window open, so I peep out and then retreat. So third thing was me to write it with absolute honesty and truthfulness. Truthfulness as you perceive, as I perceived. I may have been wrong, terribly wrong. Some of my friends say that in many places I have given a sweeping generalization. I have no other option but to sweep, for the simple reason that to give multiple things, I would have needed a few hundred more pages. It was not possible. So these were the couple of guidelines which I had before me, and I would rather say that it was result. This work is result more of manan. I don't know how to translate it to you. More of manan, brooding than as an academic exercise. As a historian, I have written many other books, Science and the Art being very well known. But this one was written more with heart than mind, and straight from heart. Whatever I felt, whatever I saw. So I'm sure that you'd enjoy it. Now, contemporary India, and your institute deals with contemporary, is what constitutes contemporary? Because if it today will only tomorrow become past. So it is very difficult to capture contemporary. Because whatever we consider contemporary is part of history. Yesterday was part of history. Becomes. So therefore, contemporary India is not to be seen, is a perfectly, is in the domain of a historian. There is no doubt in my mind. And therefore, and as I said, it's more so. Therefore, contemporary India calls for our attention. Even if we go back to past, even if we, for example, somebody works on Ashoka, the contemporary realities are likely to color his vision. Therefore, we need to be aware of contemporary India, its problems, its what you may call the constraints, which condition are the way we look at our either distant past or near past, whatever it may be. Look, could anyone imagine 50 years ago that this poor Baba would become a household name? Poor Baba couldn't have imagined himself. He becomes a household name for he didn't do anything to earn that merit. But now everybody talks of it, everybody knows it. For the sake of a one dilapidated old building. How do we do this? This is the power of contemporary. Contemporary can cover our distant past. How long do we allow it? Is it historical or not? Is it proper to do this or not? Similarly, a distant past can color our present, today. What happened in a very, very distant past continues to. So you will see that most of our problems, especially the so-called communalism, has more historical origins. It's more powerful than even atom bombs. In fact, history itself is more powerful than atom bomb. It keeps exploding inside your genes. It explodes all the time. I have felt it while growing up. That something was exploding inside. And you have to control it. You have to water it down, moderate it gradually. This is what good education means. That you moderate. Good education means. That's what as board later when I read the board realized boundaries must melt. We are all boundaryless. It is education which makes us aware of the boundaries, which creates more and more and more boundaries, so-called identities, etc. And it is only through good education or through more liberal ideas, as Kumar rightly said, that these boundaries will begin to melt. The more they melt, better for not only the individual, but for the society. So self and society both. The more we live within boundaries, the more troublesome it is. However, certain boundaries are needed. Nationalism itself is a boundary. Many things are a boundary. To what extent we live with them, to what extent we can abandon them, to what extent we should accept, to what extent we should reject. This has been our civilizational problem from time immemorial. Our forefathers also struggled with it. They talked of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, but at the same time, there were Janapadas, Mahajanapadas, there were fights. The similar situation continues now also. But this we need to reconcile. One of the favorite poems which impressed me, one of the most impressive things which I came across as a student of history and also as a student of law when I was doing law in Patna College, law college in early 70s. I was struck not only by the constitution, which of course you have rightly referred to, but struck by the debates in Constituent Assembly. The quality of debates, absolutely remarkable. Look, those people were trained in 1920s, 1910s, 30s, and look at their deliberations in 40s. Even their deliberations and writings preceding the Constituent Assembly, absolutely remarkable. I'm very proud to have forefathers like them and feel very ashamed how in the same legislature, the quality has gone down. Sometimes I give my students themes. Why don't you compare the Legislative Assembly debates on, say, medicine, public health, or agriculture, things like agriculture, during 20s, 30s, 40s, the last Legislative Assembly, the more Legislative Assembly, our own central legislature. Compare it with those that is happening in 80s and 90s. See the difference. So the Constituent Assembly and the student of law, those debates impress me. And that's what is reflected also, of course, in a page or so, when I do not find any fault with our Constitution. It is probably one of the finest documents our forefathers could have thought of. One of the finest product of the finest minds. There's no doubt in my mind. But when I was reading those things, I could see among my contemporaries, Lalu Prasad was my batchmate in law college. So I could see what was going to come. What was going to come. I could see in my own student life the divergence, the contradictions, the dilemmas, which much later got resolved. Professor K.K. Datta, renowned historian, was the Vice Chancellor. And I would also join Laluji because I was a member of the Samajwadi Jan Sabha. It was good fun to run around and talk of extend the dates, we won't get examination. Look, something we did. Except open cheating, for which Bihar is now very famous. And I could see it. There was one occasion that I had personally seen just standing outside. The moment he entered, K.K. Datta shouted at his registrar over in the next room, Sitaram Babu, 50 taka di. Sitaram Babu said, why? Keno? Lalu Esiji. Give me 50 rupees. So, now is to be given 50 rupees. Of course, you would have come out outside later. But 1968. Today, Raj Thackeray is getting 5 crore from Ayani. Where we have gone? What's happening? I could see the seeds. I could compare the difference and still feel bewildered. Truthfully, I have no solution. I have no. In fact, there is a last chapter which talks about within India. Where do we go from here? But then, truthfully, sometimes you feel numb. You feel lost. But there is no reason to feel, to be utterly disappointed. I don't want to end on a pessimistic note. I have tried to be here, despite our philosophical background of leti and coming till date, Schrodinger's, neither this nor that, or what was this movie which was very famous, Pirates of the Caribbean, where they are all ghosts fighting each other. So I know that we will not finally end up as ghosts fighting each other, but there will be a good future sharing the European idealism of the 50s, sharing the idealism which you see in Raj Kapoor's films, Fir Subah Hogi and so forth. So those things are reflected here. But there were certain areas where we need to deliberate upon and bring it to the people, the kind of discussions which our forefathers had. For example, on caste. Reservation is a recent issue. But in late 19th century, Mahatma Phule had no such agenda. Many others. But I think Mahatma Phule is probably the everlasting, most significant watershed in Indian social history. More than Arya Samaj, Brahma Samaj or anyone. And his struggle, epic struggle. More than even Dr. Ambedkar himself, epic struggle. So there are several issues on which we need to go back. There is a chapter called Tectonic Shifts, third chapter, where I talk about caste and communalism. These two are definitely the bane of our society. There is no doubt in my mind. As a student of history, you go back, see the roots, and then come back again. So one paragraph, I'm dealing with the past 19th century. The next paragraph, I'm in the 21st century. So I've tried to take the reader on board and see the relevance of this. Communalism, again, is a modern phenomenon. In fact, the term secular also is a very modern term. We didn't use the term secular earlier, but we were secular, culturally, in our thought processes, etc. We were plural, we have always been plural. Thousands of different philosophies flourished here, different ways of life flourished here, thousands of dialects flourished here, not only languages, everything. And all this gets reflected in our constitution. My regret at the moment is that my constitution gets alive more in judicial judgments than in parliament. In fact, I would like it to be at real play in the parliament, but it comes out more in judicial verdicts. And that is one of the reasons why today people talk about judicial activism and so forth. There is a small chapter on judiciary as well. But most of these things which I have talked about, market, judiciary, press, these are, I have looked at from a distance. I do not know the inner working of these. So you must forgive my ignorance when I talk about them here. These are written more as a citizen, what I felt around when I read the newspapers, etc., etc. Then there is a chapter on polity. One of the biggest achievements which in modern India which we can claim is the functioning of our democracy. There is no doubt about it. Very proud of, we don't have a juicy idea, we don't have red book or green book and things like this. We have our own constitution, we have democratic polity, elections are lost, elections are fought. Even Mrs. Gandhi at the time of emergency when people were feeling little down, opted for it. And I knew it. As a young, I had just joined teaching, I suppose. I'm a beneficiary of emergency. People wouldn't agree with it. In 1975, when emergency was planned, thereafter suddenly there was a lot of surge in merit. Trains ran on time, घूसखोरी बंद हो गई, शादी ब्याह में खर्चे कम हो गए, बड़ा सा मुझे खास. And I had been rejected in Bihar 6 places, 6 colleges rejected me. So with great difficulty I came to Delhi, and thanks to the help from my friend, my elder brother P.K. Shukla here, that I could set my foot here. And got a job. This job could come because the Vice Chancellor was the former Chief Justice of Assam High Court. And on a history post he asked me more law questions. And you would give credence to those people that it is Kurukshetra University employs Jat or Punjabi, nothing of that sort. Clean merit. What was wrong in that? What was wrong in 20th Peace Sutri Karyakram? Nothing. But still, because of certain whatever oppressive measures, people thought that the executive had taken that the results were 77 elections took place. Even much before, I have lost 3 years in JP movement. I was party to the JP movement, I told you, Lalu and many others. But at that time also I knew that the result of JP movement will not be total revolution, it is going to be total fast. And the result even today is Ram Vilas Paswan and Ram Prasad. This is what Jayaprakash already left for us. Bihar was ruined completely. It's yet to come out of it. All the educational institutions were ruined at that time. I was witness to it. That's what happened. As a young student, as a young person, feeling so frustrated, you cannot imagine. There was not enough money, no employment. The help was neither from the family nor from the state. Where do you go? It was a terrible time, early 70s. And Jayaprakash was what he was trying to do. Theoretically fine. But this is, a statesman came out with a book, Bihar Shows the Way. When I looked at it, I said, this is what Bihar is not showing the way. It's going to destroy. This is what happened. This is what happened. Even now, educational scenario in Bihar, when I go there, you see, you will have tears. In fact, it has worsened. I was better off because I could get better teachers who were trained in 40s and 30s. That was one good thing. Late colonial India produced remarkable people. Post-independence India didn't produce such people. In fact, many times as a historian of science, I'm asked this question: how is it that colonial India produced stars like Desi Bose, Satyam Bose, Meghnad Saha, etc., etc.? In post-colonial India, if I ask you 5 names, you won't be able to get. 5 names you won't be able to. Why? And millions have been poured in. So many institutions, IITs and AIMS and all this. Then India has been a huge pathological reservoir. Think of any disease, it is there. How many medical breakthroughs AIMS has produced? PGI has produced. Pondicherry has produced. It was a foreigner, Robert Koch, who comes here and discovers cholera vessel. Ronald Ross, malaria, we are still struggling with malaria. It is he who found it more than a century ago. Why we have to do it? Something is wrong. Because our society has always been a society which has suffered a great deal, a starved society, where everybody wants to make quick, easy money. Engineers want quick, easy money. Doctors want quick, easy money. Even teachers, we go to coaching institutes. In my time, nobody would do coaching. I couldn't even imagine coaching. I hope you remember it. There was nothing like coaching. Today it is a matter of life and death for the kids if you don't send them. And it's a matter of great pride. My relatives come, Akash mein coaching kara rahe hain. Look at it. How is it these teaching shops have proliferated? Nursing homes. Jilla schools are finished. All the government schools, we had a great time. What kind of teachers had a library in the old school? 4 hours. Fees. Today people are paying 4,000, 40,000. And what kind of education are they getting? The poorer are getting. That's one of the reasons. Unless we look into these, we will not be able to appreciate fully how marginals are becoming more marginalized. In fact, the more we talked about marginals, the more marginalized marginals became. The more we talked of communalism, the more communal we became. My father was not a communal person. My grandfather was a Hindu Mahasabha. My father tended to cow. And it was post-partition generation. They had greater reason to be communal because they had seen partition, they had suffered it, nothing. How is it today that we are far off from 70 years away from communalism, but my young students, young minds are communal? Why it happened? There must be some reason. The more we talked of communalism, the more communal we became. मर्ज बढ़ता गया जो दबा में कुछ गड़बड़ है. मेरा ख्याल था कि दबा में गड़बड़ है. इनफैक्ट हमने जिस कसम से the way we taught history, we were obsessed with political history and later social history. We should have rather taught history of diseases, history of environment, history of scientific knowledge. This is what Nehru talks about, scientific temper. Look at his writings. He's a profound historian. Scientific temper, the living epitome. How do we abandon him? If the society will be at peril if we abandon him. And the more I realized that we need scientific temper. We need a kind of history which is oriented more towards ideas, scientific ideas, tools, fabrication. We are after all homo faber. Today we all talk about mobile has empowered us, but we are consumers. We are not the cutting edge knowledge producers. One of my favorite tales, as I've written also, is my forefathers, great 18th century, 19th century, knew how to grow sugarcane. And in 18th century, the high value added product in world market was sugar. The Europeans had the cane, but no sugar, no icing. Therefore, they had the plantation economy, Trinidad, Haiti, Mauritius, our own sugar plantation, tea plantation. These were not, colonies were called plantation. My forefathers were virtually uprooted from there, taken to those places through Kidderpur, through the indentured system of slavery, and they produced sugarcane because this is the knowledge they had. Today, the high value added product in 21st century is software. And my highly trained children from our apex institutions, they don't have to be displaced. Sitting here, they are serving the masters. Sitting in Bangalore, Gurgaon. Is Gurgaon, Bangalore knowledge society? Is it knowledge economy? Or is the same? They were called coolies. Even Nani was called barrister coolie. These are cyber coolies. How long Indian economy will thrive on that? Of course it brings you, it is called service sector, and it brings us some, because, our children can work for dime, which would have cost $10 invest. But it helps us, fine. I'm not opposed to it. Even today people talk about a skill India, but that skill has to be of a particular quality and kind. How do we ensure that quality? That has been our problem. It is not our intentions that I find problem. Problem is more in implementation. Not in the constitution that we have the problem. It's in the implementation of the constitution that we have difficulties. And there it is possible to tide it over. You have talked about ceremony, we have excelled in producing commissions. For anything you think of, there will be a commission. I think 1882 Federal Commission से अंग्रेजों ने शुरू किया था, we have excelled over it, and for anything we have a commission. In fact, our country is probably the only unique country which has got even a knowledge commission. Nowhere else I have come across knowledge commission. Knowledge का भी commission होता है, ये मेरे समझ में नहीं आया. मैं तो knowledge worker हूँ, तो मैं तो बड़ी परेशान. But anyway, so commission. How long this commission will business will do? These are dilatory tactics. We know that everybody knows the diagnosis. My forefathers also have excelled in diagnosis. The remedy is known. We don't want to take up this. Who hasn't talked about electoral reforms for the last 40 years? Several law commissions have recommended it. We will not do it. Once we enforce the electoral law reforms, 1,000 other improvements will come. Parliament will be invigorated. We don't want it. It has to be done. How do we uplift? My real worry is the worry of this legislature. Not even executive. Because executive will follow. I know today the executive is in different tune. Only 5 years ago it was different. How does it happen? I do beg your forgiveness because you will find in this book sometime, it was written during UPA too, when I felt a little bit of anguish. So this has been drafted with anguish for which I beg your forgiveness. Even the wit that comes out in some of the footnotes has come out of anguish. But anguish is a human attribute. I hope you will forgive me for that. And we need to be critical. There is nothing wrong in criticizing our own self. That's why I said self and society. I have every right. When I criticize my society, I am criticizing myself. I'm not saying that. And we must try to be self-critical. The moment we shun criticism, it will be very bad for our democracy. It will be extremely bad for our overall societal welfare. Let us listen to even those kind of voices which we would abhor, which we do not like. All of them have a place in our system, in our society, should have a place in our system. Today it is happening because of some kind of majoritarianism. People are today's Supreme Court has given this, we will not visit the Hindutva verdict. Fine. Where does this term come from? My forefathers were no less good Hindus. I never heard this word term when I was growing. My grandfather was a Hindu Mahasabha man, but he never used this term. I probably didn't know it. What does it mean? Who is a Hindu? What is a Hindu? Who is a Muslim? Musalman and Musallam. It's not easy to be a Muslim. It's very difficult to be a Muslim. There is a chapter here, sir, called Reason and Religion. There I have gone back to distinguish some of the philosophical questions also. Then I have tried to explore how is it that during the last 3 decades we have become more religious than we were earlier. Religious within single quote. Because the religion which we are fostering in the last 3 decades are ritual dharma, not yukti dharma. In our ancient literature, in all our shastras, you will come across several terms like yukti, logic, anumana, inference, pramana, evidence, you come across unmixity, you come across numerous terms which suggest scientific temper, which today look pretty modern. Why not we take that? Instead of taking that, we are worried about the origin of one river there, here or there. We are worried about one setu here or there. Whether it floats or not, calcified stone is floating. What is this? Pushpak Viman, fine. That doesn't mean that we were flying aircraft. These are interpolations and wrong interpretations. Our forefathers had great imagination. We always imagined to fly. So I'm very happy with this whole idea of Pushpak Viman. Of course, the gods. What is wrong with it? But how can you use it to buttress your local ego? Can't do that. This would be insult to my great epic authors when we do that. Literary imagination has always been part of human existence. Greeks, their gods also flew, their gods married, their gods produced children, they fought also, several wars. Our gods also. What are we trying to do? Are we going to Islamize Hinduism? And how do a particular section decide on behalf of everyone? One feels sad when, this is what happened earlier also. For example, when English was banished in Bihar, Karpuri Thakur Sahab aa gaye, very simple, very imandar minister, who without English kar diya. The result was that the education went down, sir. Our Bihar's in the contribution to national service and other sectors came down. Today, RSS is asking English about what is this? All Indian languages are lovely languages, but we should accept English as our mercy. Mother tongue ठीक है, लेकिन mercy also loves you more than mother. What is wrong in it? It gives you the window to the world. How to? These are all regressive policies which are being discussed. We should. And it is the ordinary people who will suffer most. The top notch will send their children to US. सारे समाजवादी लीडर हैं, उनके बच्चे तो बाहर पढ़ गए, वो तो लोहियावादी नहीं हुए। लोहिया जी की अपने वक्त था, वो अपनी लिमिटेशन थी, उनकी कई बातें बहुत सही थी, कई बातें असंगत थी, गलत थी। Let every generation, finally I would like to make this point, that every generation must rewrite its own history. Every generation. What I have written, what I felt like. But my younger generation has every right to review, and they should keep. It's a very interesting, I've ended with the last chapter, I have begun with a novel, The Famished Road, Booker Prize winner. So there it says that the whole civilization is like a road. And the road, it's unending, and we are all ghosts. Everybody. Because yesterday is a ghost, so the past, history is playing there on that road. We are all on the road. And the problem is that we have the curse of forgetfulness. So we tend to forget. Every generation forgets what two generations before had happened. In fact, we hardly know what our great-grandfather was, who he was, what did he do. He might have been beggar, but if I ask you, you will say, oh, he was a landlord. Isn't it? We try to romanticize. Distant past is very easy to romanticize. Near past is a burden. Your father is a burden on you, not your great-grandfather. So, this dichotomy will remain. Let every generation discuss and then decide. This will be the way contemporary world is to be understood. Contemporary is an evolving term. It keeps changing all the time. There can't be static contemporary. Past also I don't think can be static, but past is already there. Its interpretation will evolve. Its interpretation will change. But contemporary, both the interpretation and the historical forces will keep changing. So we have to contribute to this. with a very, very open mind, with a minimum possible boundaries. My only plea is, if we can't melt the boundaries, I know it's very difficult. Nobody can be only Tagore, you know, it's very impossible. There were giants and super giants. The very blessed souls who could do this. But even lesser mortals can try to free ourselves from 1, 2, 3, 4 boundaries.